part of this job I hate? I like a train. Give me an Amtrak any day, you know? Yeah, flying is so high maintenance. Not a train. A train's like a drunk chick. Like, get a beer? Get in here! Woo! This is how sad and desperate trains are. Trains don't ask to see your ticket until the train has left the station. They've already started moving, and then they ask, how much of a do they really give? Tickets, please. Enjoy Saskatchewan. The booze runs in the family. My dad's a drinker. Although my uncle actually got his act together. My uncle is actually 30 years sober. Can you believe that? 30 years sober. Once, I was like, wow, you know how drunk you have to be to lose your phone 30 years ago? Holy hell. Are you telling me you got hammered and lost a landline? Those were attached to the wall. Yeah. I drink a lot, but I still get my shit done. I'm what you call a functioning alcoholic. Any functioning alcoholics here? Hey, all right, wow, yeah. All right, yeah. We get a bad rap, huh? Why is that a negative term? We're actually harder working than everyone else. We're doing the same shit you're doing, drunk. Where's our parade? What, Bob showed up to work on time? Bob, I slept here. Yeah, we're tough. We don't bitch. Jenny didn't show up because the flu. Well, I have disease and I'm keeping it a secret. Where's my plaque? But you gotta be careful with the booze, you know? Anything can happen. Meet a nice lady or a nice guy, you gotta be careful. Always wear the condom, you know? I hate these people that complain about condoms. My friend, good-looking guy, complains about condoms. You know, he's always like, I don't wanna wear a condom. I'm like, come on, what's the problem, you know? You're putting your penis inside of a woman. I think you're gonna be okay. Right? Right? Yeah. I'll tell you, I don't understand condom commercials, you know? It's just people having sex in the commercial. If you're buying condoms, you're already having sex. You want to sell some condoms, have a commercial with a screaming... Why don't they do that? Just a commercial with a guy pissing fire like, why didn't I wrap it up? I don't know. Yeah. One time I was hooking up with a girl. She goes, hey, do you have a condom? I said, yeah. And she goes, whoa, where'd you get that thing? I was like, well, they were free at the bar. She was like, oh, that's gross. I was like, well, that's where I got you. Yeah. I'm talking about girls a lot. I'm bitter. My last girlfriend dumped me, said I wasn't manly enough for her, not a manly guy. That one hurt. I know we're allowed to say stuff like that. Like, I'm all about equality, but how come a woman can say something like, yeah, like a guy was good with his hands, he could fix stuff around the house, and you're like, all right, cool. But if a guy says, hey, I like a woman who can cook, people go, whoa, it's not the 50s. Well, how come her job for me is okay, my job for her is not okay? Also, who doesn't like somebody who can fix shit around the house? I'd love to come home, my girlfriend's like, hey, I built the deck. Right, I'll do laundry. Yeah. See, I think women are so smart because you guys made your gender roles offensive. Yeah, that was very clever. Well played, ladies, well played. Oh. Good, because I'm gonna shit on it. I don't know, religion, boy, oh boy, I never got into it. Religion's a lot like your parents, you know? At first you're like, wow, these people are amazing, they know everything. Then a little time goes by, you're like, these drunks are just making up as they go along. Yeah. It's weird, like, a lot of people believe in God, yet nobody believes in magic. I find that interesting. Aren't they kind of similar? You know, you believe in magic, people call you an idiot. Now you're like, well, what about the whole water and the wine thing? That was kind of like magic, and they always say, yeah, but shut up. Besides that. You know, it'd be so much less fun. You know, if a magician's like, all right, now to pull a rabbit out of a hat. I'm sorry, man, I just don't see it. Well...